Hello and welcome back to the Iraqi Dinar Hub channel. Let's get into the latest updates regarding the Iraqi dinar. Intel guru Frank26 recently shared insights from a phone call between Iraqi Prime Minister al-Sudani and US Secretary of State, describing it as a pivotal moment that could significantly impact relations between Iraq and the United States. This conversation focused on strengthening diplomatic ties and expanding agreements between both nations, with expectations of immediate consequences. Meanwhile, Intel guru MarkZ highlighted the crucial role of former Iraqi Prime Minister al-Maliki, who has returned to Baghdad. Given his strong connections with both US and Saudi political circles, al-Maliki is expected to play a key mediatory role in Iraq's negotiations with influential global players, including the US, Saudi Arabia. MarkZ also pointed out that Iraq has assembled a specialized team to handle these negotiations, further fueling anticipation. Additionally, Intel guru Bruce expressed optimism, suggesting that, based on recent intel, the world could be only days away from a significant announcement, possibly linked to Iraq's currency revaluation, or another major geopolitical shift. Speculation continues to grow within the dinar community, with many believing that a major breakthrough is on the horizon. In another noteworthy development, the resumption of oil exports from the Kurdistan region remains a focal point in international financial discussions. Turkey has confirmed that it is ready to restart the pipeline, which could begin operating again as early as 2023. If the resumption occurs, it will mark a significant milestone with widespread implications, potentially affecting global trade, oil markets, and Iraq's broader economic stability. While the exact timeline remains uncertain, there are indications that February might bring unexpected developments. Another key subject under close watch is the Iraqi dinar and its fluctuating exchange rate. Over the years, the dinar has experienced volatility, and many are carefully analyzing its movements. A particularly critical phase is the highly anticipated revaluation RV, which aims to recalibrate the dinar's value in relation to other international currencies. This process is significant not only for Iraq's financial stability, but also for global markets that closely monitor the country's economic progress. Understanding the importance of the revaluation requires looking back at Iraq's economic history. After the downfall of Saddam Hussein, Iraq's financial system was left in turmoil, plagued by instability and inflation, making currency stabilization an uphill battle. The RV was introduced as a corrective measure to establish a more predictable and stable exchange rate, ultimately aiding Iraq's economic recovery. The primary question surrounding the RV is what the dinar's true value should be. Currently, its market rate is considerably lower than some experts suggest it could be, with optimistic forecasts predicting an increase to $3 or higher in the future. This has attracted investors hoping for substantial gains, with some speculating that it could even reach $4 in the long run. However, revaluation is a complex process influenced by several factors, and Iraq's economic health plays a crucial role in determining whether such a shift is feasible. Over the years, Iraq has taken steps to combat inflation, enact policies encouraging foreign investment, and implement economic reforms, all of which are vital but not sufficient on their own. Strengthening international trade agreements and diplomatic relations with key economic players is also a determining factor in increasing the dinar's value. Looking at historical precedents, currency revaluations are not unheard of. For instance, the Vietnamese dong experienced a notable revaluation in the early 2010s, allowing some investors to reap panache benefits. Nevertheless, investing in currencies carries inherent risks, and Iraq's economic volatility serves as a reminder that exchange rates can shift unpredictably due to political instability or external economic shocks. Those considering investing in the dinar must stay informed by following updates, expert insights, and assessing the associated risks. Any negative developments, political unrest, or sudden global economic disruptions could impact the dinar's performance. Domestically, Iraq's political landscape also plays a critical role in shaping the revaluation process. Tensions between the central government in Baghdad and the Kurdish regional government KRG have long been a point of contention. A notable aspect in this context is Iraq's move toward introducing a new currency, which will be utilized across both Baghdad and the Kurdish region. What makes this particularly significant is that Prime Minister Soudani will hold control over the currency's valuation and exchange rates, granting him substantial influence over the dinar's future. This level of control is crucial, as it directly affects everything from daily consumer prices to large-scale business transactions. If Soudani opts to increase the dinar's value, Iraqi goods and exports could become more expensive for foreign buyers, while potentially boosting domestic profitability. Conversely, a depreciation in the dinar's value could hurt businesses dependent on stable exchange rates. This delicate balance creates uncertainty for merchants and investors, as they must navigate currency fluctuations while maintaining profitability. Additionally, this situation has the potential to escalate political tensions between Baghdad and Kurdish leaders, as the latter have traditionally wielded considerable influence over economic policies. A shift in power dynamics, particularly if Soudani centralizes control over currency regulation, could lead to increased friction or even political unrest. Beyond Iraq's domestic affairs, its economy is highly dependent on global financial trends, particularly fluctuations in oil demand and prices. A sharp rise or decline in global oil prices could have profound implications for Iraq's financial stability. How Soudani manages these external challenges and adapts Iraq's policies accordingly will be a decisive factor in shaping the country's economic trajectory. Looking ahead, Soudani's handling of Iraq's currency strategy will be instrumental in determining whether the country experiences financial stability or faces further uncertainty. If he successfully navigates the revaluation process while reinforcing Iraq's international position, the nation could see economic growth, reduced inflation, and a strengthened currency. However, mismanagement could lead to unrest, further depreciation of the dinar, or economic downturns. While future outcomes remain uncertain, it is evident that Iraq's potential currency revaluation could have far-reaching implications. If successful, it could set a precedent for other economies dealing with similar monetary challenges and alter the global foreign exchange landscape. Meanwhile, the latest currency exchange updates indicate a minor decline in the value of the US dollar against the Iraqi dinar. According to a recent survey conducted by Shafaq News, exchange rates slightly dropped in Baghdad and Erbil following the closure of the Al-Kifar and Al-Harithia stock exchanges. The dinar $2 rate in Baghdad settled at 148,500 per $100, marking a 350 dinar decline from the morning rate. In exchange shops across Baghdad, the selling price reached 149,000 dinars per $100, while the buying rate stood at 147,000 per $100. In Erbil, the capital of the Kurdistan region, the selling price was 148,000 dinars per $100, whereas the buying price was recorded at Punbury, 148,100 per $100. These fluctuations in exchange rates continue to be a crucial point of observation for investors and analysts tracking Iraq's economic developments.